Hey, what's good, guys? We are on the question set 46. Let's read the first question. Let's read the description first. The principal of Randomember School in Kandy intends to create a software to create the information of teachers and students in the school. You are entrusted with the task of creating the software. Your team is tasked with developing the database of the software. Database development work is shared between you and everyone on the team. You are tasked with storing student and teacher information, creating the tables needed to store the subjects that teachers teach and subjects that students learn. Use the instruction below to create it. The first question is uh, the principal of the school has decided to include the data of grade 9 students in the first phase of this software. Your team has created a database for this. The name of the created database is Ranabima SC underscore SCH underscore DB. First, you need to select the created database, create a DDL query for that. So we have to select our database. So that is the question. So write that in our command line. So let's open up our directory and let's say MySQL uroot. So let's open up our uh, SQL. Okay, successfully opened up. Now we had to um, open our database. So to do that, we had to say we had to write a query. So basically, we had to say use, and after that, we have to mention the name of the database. In this case, Ranabima SCHDB is the database name, and we had to execute this right after the semicolon. Now we are on the Ranabima SCHDB. So that's the answer for question 1. And furthermore, we can say we can see the tables. So we can say show tables. It will show the tables that inside the in the Ranabima SCHDB. And let's move on to the second question. So here we have to enter data, I guess. In the selected database, a table named student has been created to store the information of the student studying in grade 9, and add the following data to the database so you have created. Use DDL query when creating data. Entering data. Writing with DDL query is mandatory to enter data. Enter all data. So it is for the student table. Okay, so let's enter the data. So you guys can see there are 6 attributes. So yeah, so first of all we had to say the query, the syntax is insert into the database name. How we can say Ranabima SCH underscore SCHDB dot student table is what we are working on. Student table, and we have to mention the column names. So we can here there are columns, this attribute names, student ID, first name, last name, gender. So let's take a look at our um, Hades keyword, so we won't get any errors. Student ID, student ID, first name, last name, gender. Okay, let's go. First name and last name and gender. and after that I guess contact number. How many? 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, yeah, because this one would be auto increment. So first name, last name, first name, last name, gender, contact number, class. Oh yeah, class. So student ID would be auto increment, so we don't have to enter data to the student ID. Let's delete that. We can't delete like this. Oh, okay. I guess I deleted the whole scenario. Insert into. Okay. First name, last name, gender, contact number, and class. And right after that we can enter the values. So values, first let's take a look at our question. Thirina Rajapaksha male. Thirina Rajapaksha male. Okay. So Thirina, the last name Rajapaksha, and is a male. Gender is male, and contact number. Let's take a look at our contact number. Let's copy and paste. And after that, what is this class name? 9-B. Okay, 9-B is the class name, and now we have to execute. Okay, we successfully entered the first row. We can check it on our database, our HDSQL student. Okay, we successfully entered data. Now we can do the same for the rest of the five. I guess five. There are five more to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy and I'm going to change the values. So Thilina, so this what I did was I basically cleared the data. So I'm going to keep this, and so I can use this whole code, so I don't have to type again and again. Okay, the second one, Hasita is the name. So let's say Hasita, and last name Gunatilaka, Tilaka, and gender male, and um, the mobile number, home contact number, and the class 9C. Okay, we entered the second row. We can do the same for the third one. The third one, name Thilan Rajakaruna, male. Okay. Thilan Rajakaruna, male. Thilan name and the number and the class 9A. Okay, let's execute the query. Okay, we entered the third one. Now more another three more rows to go. Okay, the fourth one, Sachitra Nanayakara, female. Okay, let's enter details. Sachitra Nanayakara, gender female, and let's take a look at the contact number and the class 9D. 9D. Okay, let's execute the query, and we had to go another two. The fifth one, Almeida Moses. So let's go Almeida Moses, and female, and what's the number? Copy and paste, and this class name is going to be 9E. Okay, another one, final one. Let's take a look. Nisansara Karuna Tilaka. Okay, Nisansara Karuna Tilaka. Nisansara Karuna Tilaka, and the gender is female. And let's get the phone number and the class name 9B. 9. Okay, let's execute the query real quick. Okay, now we successfully entered the data to the student table. Let's refresh the database and let's look what's inside the student table. Okay, successfully we entered data. Now we can move on to the third question. Okay, now let's move on to the third one here. Uh, in the database you originally created, a table is created as subject to store information on the main subject stored in grade 9 in the school. Enter all the data in the table below in the created table. Use DDL Query to enter this data. Writing with DDL Query is mandatory to enter all data. So now we have to enter data to the subject table. There are six subjects: religion, history, science, mathematics, English, Sinhala language, and literature. So that's what we have to do now. We have to enter in data to the subject table. So we can basically say insert into Ranabima SCH DB, and after that we have to say the table name. The subject table is the one we are talking about right now, and that bracket for column names and this bracket for values. Okay, So let's enter the column names. There are only two. However, there are only two, but we only had to enter for one. The other one is it will automatically fill data. The subject ID it is auto increment, so we don't have to worry about it. So the first one is religion. Religion. Okay. Oh yeah, subject name. Sorry, the first column name and subject name. Let's take a look at our HDSQL to check whether the correct um, table name, the column name, so subject name is the one. Okay, cool. Now we can move on to enter data. Religion is the one. Religion. Okay, let's execute this query. We have an error. Doesn't have default value. Okay, so yeah, okay, so I didn't make the subject ID as auto increment. Okay, let's take a look at our question 45. Did they? No, we didn't make any changes on the subject table. Let's take a look at 45, 44. Oh yeah, I didn't make the table auto increment. I didn't make the subject ID as auto increment, so let's do that. Okay, so we can't basically do that right now because it is another table. Let me figure it out real quick. Okay, let's enter again. Okay, it's working now. uh, Religion. Now we have to do the same for the rest of the 5 rows. History, science. So the second one is going to be history. History. And the next one, science. And the fourth one, mathematics. And the fifth one, English. And the sixth one, Sinhala and literature. Lit Literature. Okay. Literature. Okay. Okay, so I hope. Okay, we successfully entered data to the subject table. Now we can move on to the fourth question. So the fourth one is we had to enter data to the teacher table. In the database you created first. The table is created as teacher to store the information of the teachers who teach grade 9 in the school. Enter all data in the table below in the created table. Use DDL Query to enter this data. Writing with DDL Query is mandatory to enter all data. So there are 5 rows. So let's enter data to our uh, teacher table. So we have to say insert into Ranabima sch db dot teacher and we have to mention the table names: first name, last name, gender, contact number, and email. First name, last name, then gender and contact number, and after that email. And now after that we have to give the values. Let's take a look at our teach table, what to make sure we wrote the correct names of those columns, contact number, email. Okay, and let's enter data. So the first one, first teacher name, first row, let's save this query as a format. And the first teacher name, Mala Attanaika, Mala Attanaika, and gender is female, and what else, contact number. Okay, yeah, contact number, and the email. Let's take a look at the email, mala@gmail.com, mala@gmail.com, and let's execute the query right after this. Okay, the field teacher ID doesn't have a default value. Okay, now it should work. Okay, we successfully entered one row. Now we had to go another four. We had to go another four. We have another four to go. Okay, now let's enter data to the set. Let's enter the second row. The first name, Yumi, as enter. So I want to say insert into Ranabima underscore sch db dot teacher table. So teacher table, teacher, and now I have to mention the attributes. The first name, last name, first name, last name, gender, and contact number, I guess. And after that, email. And now you have to enter the values. Or the first name, in this case, what is the Yumi Boteju, gender female, and let's see what's contact number and email. The contact number, let's copy and paste. and the email yumi@gmail.com. yumi@gmail.com. So now let's execute this query, and we successfully added another row. Okay, cool. Now let's copy and paste the values, uh, copy and paste the query and change the values. And the first name is going to be Ruan. First name Ruan, and the last name, I guess, Atanaika, no, Rajapaksha. Rajapaksha, and the gender male, and the contact number, this guys, and the email would be ruan@gmail.com. Just copy and paste it. Okay, let's execute this query. Okay, now we have entered the data. Let's see. Okay, now the fourth one, Priyanka Bandara. Fourth one, Priyanka Bandara. Is it male or female? Female. And contact number, let's copy and paste the contact number. And the email is going to be priyanka@gmail.com. And let's execute this query. Okay, one more to go. Sheila Pereira is the final one. Pereira, and the gender is going to be female. And let's copy the number, and sheila@gmail.com is the email. sheila@gmail.com, and let's execute this query. Okay, so we successfully entered data. Now we can move on to the question 47. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.